Greetings everybody, and welcome back to episode 67 of Extreme Evocast, an all-purpose Pokemon podcast where we talk about news, trivia, and everything related to Pokemon. And just like every other episode of this podcast, I'm going to start with an explanation for an accusation that literally nobody made. I know what you're going to say. Lily, you said last time that you would talk about Pokemon evolution. I know. I'm not doing it. Because, and listen, I think my explanation will be good this time. I think you'll approve of it. It's that there was completely random news announced for both Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus. Just like completely randomly, for no reason. I mean, like, we did have a Nintendo Direct a couple days ago, but there was nobody was expecting just like random news, and I mean I certainly wasn't. I was waiting for for that night to watch the new Pokemon evolutions and watch it so I could talk about it. And then they just dropped this, and come on, there's no way that I can't talk about this. And I want to sort of dedicate more time to Pokemon evolutions because I know that it's going to be a lot like Twilight Wings, and I really enjoyed talking about Twilight Wings. So next episode, I promise you, 100% promise, if I break this promise, you have my permission to go into like my DMs and yell at me for it. I will talk about both Secrets of the Jungle and evolutions. Maybe not both of the episodes of Pokemon Evolutions, because I know there's going to be the second one coming out soon. Probably just the first one. But I will talk about evolutions, and I will also talk about Secrets of the Jungle. I'll do sort of a joint thing. But for today, I want to focus on the new stuff that's coming out with BDSP and Legends Arceus, because we got a lot of just like new stuff out of completely nowhere. And I'm really, really excited about it. But, of course, before we get into that, we have to talk about some of the maybe less exciting stuff right off the bat. But trust me, everything about Pokemon is exciting. You wouldn't be listening to this podcast if you didn't think so. First of all, Pokemon Go has pretty much nothing. Of course. I mean, like, there's some random stuff. There's always updates coming out for these games like Masters and Cafe remakes and Pokemon Go. I only want to talk about the important things, like the Oshawa Community Day that just happened. I mean, in retrospect, not super important considering it's not like it's happening. It's over. But I hope everyone who went out and had a chance to find some shiny Oshawatts did. It was actually a pretty popular one on my server. Some people posted about it, I'm pretty sure. Other than that, we really don't know anything else about the next community day. No reveal. No, we don't know what Pokemon it is. We don't know when it's gonna be. Nothing like that, and really that's like the only thing for Pokemon Go this week. Though the big one this time around is Pokemon Unite. There is so much. Oh my God, there's so much to talk about with Pokemon Unite. Mamoswine is coming out tomorrow on the 29th, as far as I can tell. Excited to see him. There was a trailer for the mobile version of the game that showed Sylveon. So obviously we know Sylveon's coming soon, but it's sort of more like they haven't forgotten about her. And like a billion Hollowware, like so many Hollowware. Hold on, I want to actually find like all of them, because good Lord, there's so many to go over. Okay, here it is. Oh my God. So, first of all, I want to preface this and say that they've added a, like, Pokemon Unite style purple and orange for pretty much every Pokemon. Snorlax, I say pretty much everyone, and, like, there was, like, 5 in a row with none. Eldegoss got one. Pikachu. Charizard got one. Talonflame, they just have like a purple and an orange headband on them with like a like a shirt. It's like the default trainer skin. But the big ones come with some of the new updates that are coming out. Charizard is getting a captain style. He has like a cute little tricorn with like a super like an old American uniform. There's Pikachu with a fashionable style, a cute little vest with like a summer hat on. There is Gengar space style, who's in like a astronaut costume. It's insane. This is actually the Battle Pass Season 2 final reward, I'm pretty sure. Snorlax has... Nope, nothing new. Who am I missing? Oh, Garchomp has like a detective outfit. Eldegoss has a fashionable style as well with some pretty bows on her thing. I'm pretty sure that's it. It seemed like a lot when I was going through it because I was really excited about it. But Venusaur has a suit style. There's a snazzy one for Venusaur. I mean, like, compared to when like the game came out and like 2 Pokemon had really good costumes, this is a good step up. It seems like they're going to be adding new costumes like all the time, which is really exciting. I mean, like the game's been out for not even like 2 months now, and or maybe a little more than that, but like they've already added like legendary quote unquote costumes for like 5 Pokemon, which is nice. I'm hoping that everyone will get one at some point. Gengar got a new one for the Battle Pass, and good times all around. I'm very, very excited to think what will happen. Other than that, though, nothing else really for Pokemon Unite. Obviously, like I said, Mamoswine is coming out. Oh, that's right. Ninetales is also getting a HoloWare. It's not out yet. It's not on this. It's not on the Cerebi page for the HoloWare. But there was a little teaser trailer announced for Ninetales with her cute little outfit on. Let me take a look at this. Where is it? There it is. Next HoloWare will be released for Alolan Ninetales on Friday, October 1st. So like in like 3 days, 2 days. It is called. I just lost it. It's called Premium Sacred Style. And it is like a kimono, I think. I can't really see from the picture. It's a really small picture. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, it's like a kimono with like bracelets and cool like wrappings around her tail. Pretty nice. First HoloWare that Ninetales is getting, so good. I'm glad. I don't think there's any Pokemon right now. I was gonna say that I don't think there's any Pokemon with any HoloWare, but where's my Cramorant HoloWare? There's no Cramorant HoloWare. Pretty sure every Pokemon has HoloWare except for Cramorant and Wigglytuff, I guess. Wigglytuff also doesn't have one, but come on. Even like the new Blastoise got one. Where's my Cramorant HoloWare? And Wigglytuff, I guess, also deserves some, but come on. It's fine. I'm happy Ninetales is getting... I'm not salty. I'm happy Ninetales is getting a cool HoloWare, but I'm waiting. Game Freak. I'm waiting for my Cramorant HoloWare. Next, Pokemon Masters EX it has a new release for the villain arc. Remember we talked about this like 2 episodes ago? Maybe it's like Giovanni's doing a thing. He's evil in this one again. Who would have guessed? But let me see this. There was actually a trailer for it, which seems to be completely missing off the face of the earth. I could have sworn it was like right here, but thank God I wrote down notes. Giovanni can Mega Evolve his Mewtwo during the Spreading Shadows event, which is the next event in the villain arc, which is like the next huge like main story for Pokemon Masters, as well as Cygnus Misty and Vaporeon, and Cygnus Erica and Leafeon. So there's like more cute alternate costumes for these characters, which is very exciting. And that's it. I mean, we still have some merch, but like in terms of news, there's really not much going on other than, of course, like the huge amount of news for the 2 big games that are coming out. It's really not nothing too crazy is happening. Like, nothing for Pokemon Go, nothing really for like Masters, literally like nothing for Cafe Mix. I mean, obviously, like I said, there's always stuff going on in these games, but I don't have the energy to cover literally every single thing. So you'll just have to trust me. Obviously, you can go to therapy.net, which is where I get most of my information on pretty much everything for this podcast, other than a couple of other things that I do myself. But therapy.net is a huge place for getting information about Pokemon, and even obscure games like Cafe Mix and things like that. You can get every little detail there is about it. So, of course, thank you, Therapy, for not sponsoring this podcast, but giving me all the information I need to do this podcast. So again, if you wanna check out some of the more obscure stuff that I don't cover on here, you can check out Therapy or any other place that might post Pokemon news. I'm just here to talk about the important stuff. Now, I have a plethora of merch for you today, and a plethora of plentiful plushies, but that's in a second. For merch, we have we didn't cover merch last time, but there really isn't that much on the agenda. First of all, we have another, and probably the most exciting and honestly the most consistent thing maybe talked about on this podcast, other than random Pokemon of the week, is the Pikachu moods. Do you remember those? They've been a staple of this podcast. And the next one in this riveting line of Pikachu figures is scared, spooked. He's terrified. It's almost Halloween. What a perfect time to release these. And so he's getting spooked by like a mime junior Jack-in-the-Box, and he has the most expressive face I think I've ever seen a Pikachu make in my life. He looks like he's literally just seen someone die. Which, I mean, listen, Pikachu, I hate I hate clowns. Obviously, Jack-in-the-Boxes are scary, but man, genuinely though, it's one of the most expressive Pikachu moods figure that I've seen so far. It's really good. I really actually like this one a lot. But all that matters is that we got another one. We got another one for the collection, for the Pikachu moods collection. It's only $15. We have Mimikyu and Gengar wall light boxes. So they're like things you hang on the wall and they light up, and they're shaped like Mimikyu and Gengar, which they're not sold out. I'm kind of surprised that they're not sold out. No, Pikachu Moods is sold out. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry for hyping it up so much. Well, it's okay. You can still get the Pokemon Accent Mimikyu wall light box and Gengar wall light box. And for the merch, finally, we have, remember those rings, like the Mew one and the Lucario one, the Riolu one, all those ones? Well, there's Pikachu ones now. Pikachu and Peachy. I'm trying to find them. Here we go. The Japanese company U-Treasure has created Pikachu and Peachy rings, which will go on sale in Japan. So they're cute. They're like exactly like the Lucario and Mew ones that I've talked about before, but they have Pikachu and Peachy on them, and they're I believe that they are maybe in different materials, like rose gold and bronze and silver, but the one picture here is showing them in gold. Now, for the reason why you all come to listen to the merch section. Not because it's sort of smack dab in the middle of this podcast. Definitely the reason why you come to listen to it. The plushies. And we have a lot of them. A plentiful amount of them, if you will. And I mean, I say that because it's the name of the thing. We only have 2, which is upsetting. There really wasn't that much in terms of plushies today. But trust me, they're gonna blow your socks off. The ones that we do have. First of all, we have a massive Arcanine. I'm just going to sort of throw that out right now. A huge Arcanine. Hold on. I'm trying to find the original post for it on the Twitter account of PokeJungle. Here it is. It's a half scale Arcanine. It is 60 inches and is $449. So half scale meaning it's half the size of an Arcanine. It's available in the US and Canadian Pokemon Center online, but it's not available yet, apparently, according to Pokemon. Yeah, okay, it's for pre-order. You can pre-order this thing. Jesus, it's huge. You can lay on it. It's like having a real dog in your home, but it's it's an Arcanine. It's huge. It's bigger than like most dogs. This is insane. I wish I had money to spend because I would buy this literally in a heartbeat. Like, if you just want this big dog sitting in your home, you probably wouldn't even like want to lay on it. You could treat this like your dog. You could just be laying there, so you could have someone come over your house and then be like, "Oh, you got a new dog?" And they turn around, or they walk over to it. It's just an Arcanine plushie. And you're like, "Yeah, it's my dog, Arcanine." And finally, we have some Halloween Pokemon plushies, which are available in the US and Canadian Pokemon Center online. It's a wide variety. They always do these. They always make like super complex and like high quality Halloween plushies for like no reason. I mean, they're cute. Don't get me wrong, but like all the time, every year, there's always a bunch of them. This time we have like Piplup eating a donut with like a Gengar sticker on it. Pikachu holding a mail, like an envelope with like a Pikachu hat with a ghost on it of Pikachu. That's a little messed up. Pikachu's wearing a hat with a ghost of himself on it. There's a witch score bunny with like an Easter egg basket. I don't know if Game Freak knows what Halloween is. This is the wrong holiday. Why is Piplup eating a donut on Halloween? Why is Pikachu delivering a letter on Halloween? I don't understand. It's like they're doing things, but they just also so happen to be wearing Halloween costumes. Snorlax is just sleeping with a blanket on. He's got a little bow tie. I guess not really a Halloween costume per se. Here's a good change. Toxel has a little bag of candy that's a Halloween related. Driftblim has a top hat. These are all the plushies that are available, by the way. Litwick has a little balloon, a little Pikachu balloon. And Dreepy has like a little party hat on. I don't know if a party hat is really what you would... I mean, like, these aren't costumes. They're just dressed in clothes that are vaguely Halloween shaped. I mean, I guess I can't really complain. They're cute. But, like, I wouldn't call these Halloween. Like, I guess it's fall related. And they're kind of spooky. But, not to be a stickler on the definition of Halloween in, like, Pokemon plushies, but I mean, like, no costumes. There's no costumes here. They're all just, like, they're dressed for the spooky season. But there's no costumes. Isn't that what Halloween is all about? Maybe not in the Pokemon world, I suppose. And now, before we move on to the big stuff, we, of course, have to do everyone's favorite segment where we talk about a random Pokemon every single episode. And I actually feel like because of the nature of this Pokemon's number, people might actually get it this time. People might guess it. 126 is this Pokemon. And I'm going to take the time while I let people think about it to apologize if my voice is getting really, like, hoarse. It's not like a horse Pokemon. That wasn't a joke. I'm like being genuine. My voice is getting a little raspy. It's a little later in the day than usual. So I apologize if I sound a little gravelly. But anyway, I think that's enough time. It is Magmar, who is a fire-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 1. Poober in Japanese. I'm just going to put it right out there. I'm not going to make a comment about it. Boober. Take that as you will. Take this information as you will. It evolves from Magby starting at level 30 and evolves into Magmortar when traded when holding a Magmarizer. Magmar has the abilities Flame Body and Vital Spirit. It has a 75-25% male-female ratio. It is 4'3" or 1.3 meters, 98.1 pounds or 44.5 kilograms. Magmar used to be one of my favorite Pokemon as a kid. I really, really liked it for like no reason. I just thought it was cool. It's one of those Pokemon. I mean, I was gonna say it's like Electabuzz. It's quite literally like the parallel to Electabuzz, but it's one of those Gen 1 Pokemon that like started out just like by itself. It got a pre-evolution and then it got a later evolution. It's sort of, it's a staple. It's a very well-known Pokemon, I would argue. With its I'm just going to say it, its butt-shaped head. We love it. I mean, it's based on something. In fact, I'm going to look this up right now, what it's based on. Magmar seems to be a combination of a booby or a duck, I guess that's why it's called Boober, with a mythical salamander of fire. However, the tail and the spikes on its back resemble those of an iguana. Overall, it is based on a Karura, depicted in Japanese Hindu-Buddhist mythology as a bird-like, fire-breathing creature, similar to how its counterpart Electabuzz is based on an Oni. See, I didn't know that. I mean, I feel like I did know that, but I didn't think about it. What is a Karura? It's a divine creature with a human torso and a bird-like head in Japanese mythology. Its name is a transliteration of Garuda, a race of enormously gigantic birds in Hinduism. So it's like a birdman. A birdman. Well, I mean, I would consider, if there's any Pokemon to be considered a birdman, I think that Magmar might be one of them. I mean, it literally has a duck bill. Anyway, let's stop talking about it. Let's stop talking about what it's based on. Now that we know, so I can actually call it the correct thing, a Kuruda, let's move on to some of its. So we have a lot of Pokedex entries. This is an OG, so we got lots of things to do, lots of things to talk about. Let's look at some trivia first off. Magmar and Electabuzz seem to be counterparts. Okay, we know this. Both evolve in a very similar way. First at level 30, and then after being traded. Both have the same gender ratio. They're both typically exclusive to one version of a pair of games. They both have similar status-inducing abilities in Flame Body and Static, as well as the same hidden ability, Vital Spirit. Since Generation 5, they also often learn similar moves at the same level. They even have the same special moves when purified in Pokemon XD, Follow Me and Cross Chop. Their evolutionary relatives were released in the same generation. Okay, you don't need to convince me anymore. It's like, this is, yes, they're definitely related in some way. They're right after each other in the Pokedex. Enough about, etymology and, meta things. Let's learn what it's like in universe. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames. Born in an active volcano. Do you remember that one episode of the anime? I remember specifically this episode of the original anime. It's probably, hold on, I can probably find it on the page. I remember specifically the battle between Ash's Charizard and the Magmar in the volcano. Very, very, very distinct memory of mine. In battle, Magmar blows out intensely hot flames from all over its body to intimidate its opponent. This Pokemon's fiery bursts create heat waves that ignite grass and trees in its surroundings. It moves frequently in hot areas. It can heal itself by dipping its wounds into lava. Dang. The fiery surface of its body gives off a wavering, rippling glare that is similar to the sun. Literally, all of these are different. There's so many different Pokedex entries for Magmar. Found near the mouth of a volcano, this fire breather's body temperature is nearly 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. That's so hot. That's incredibly hot. It dislikes cold places, so it blows scorching flames to make the environment suitable for itself. When it breathes deeply, heat waves form around its body, making it hard to see clearly. There's so many things. we get it. It's a fire type Pokemon. Not to discredit Magmar. It's a cool Pokemon, but I think we get it. I think we understand. It's hot. It burns things, and it does fire stuff. I don't know. What else is there to learn? Though, because we do have a Generation 1 Pokemon, we can look at its mystery dungeon quotes. And here we go again with the fire type. Come on. 51% to 100 HP. My body's real hot. Don't get burned. 26 to 25 or 26% to 50 HP. Ouch, ouch, ouch. My HP's already half gone. I don't know why I said that like I was like a bad actor on like a stage in high school, but it's sort of the vibes I get from this. And from quarter HP all the way down to 1%, it's not looking good. My fire's almost doused. And on level up, he says, yes, leveled up. I'm bursting with firepower. It's like, it's nothing special, but it's cute. I like Magmar. I still like its design. I said that I used to like it, like I used to love it as a kid, but like I still like this Pokemon. It's not bad. It's an OG. I think that's sort of the most important thing about it. It's very iconic. Magmar is like a perfect example of one of those Pokemon that are like, you wouldn't see someone talk about it who like doesn't know Pokemon very well. It's like someone who maybe only ever played like Gen 1 as a kid might not even know about Magmar's existence, but it's still like among Pokemon fans, it's a classic. It's a OG. This is an OG Pokemon, but only for the people who like know about Pokemon. It's no Pikachu, it's no Charizard, but it's still recognizable enough. It's like the perfect. It's like, oh, someone mentions Magmar, and you're like, okay, this guy knows his stuff about Pokemon. This guy knows what he's talking, at least a little bit. It's no like Mr. Mime, like someone who has never heard about Pokemon in their life really could like say, could talk about Mr. Mime and like fool someone thinking that they're a Pokemon fan. Magmar is like the perfect balance between that. Which is essentially my way of saying that it's a classic Pokemon, and it's good. I love this Pokemon. I'm glad that I got a chance to talk about it today. I'm actually really excited, looking forward to this. We're gonna do the shiny review. I think that's all I really have to say about this Pokemon. But its shiny form is so good. Like, oh my god, I love this one. Like, Magmar's shiny form is one of the best ever. I know that that's a hot take, pun intended, but like genuinely such a good shiny form. If you don't remember what Magmar's shiny form is, the yellow on its sort of fiery body becomes like a pink, and the red on its body becomes more of like a muted kind of more of a pink, I guess. It becomes very pinkish. But like, I don't know, the combinations of colors, the way that they work together are so good. Magmortar is very similar. Magmortar has pretty much the same color scheme as Magmar, but like, it's so good. It's such a good shiny. I'm tempted. I don't think it's 10 out of 10 worthy. It's close. Magmar is probably one of the closest ones so far to getting to 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Simply because, like, it's so good. In my opinion, this is, like I said, one of the best shiny forms, I think, out there. It's really, really solid. It's pretty. It's gorgeous. I love this color scheme. I love red and pink. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I love pink so much, but, like, it's good. It's nice looking on the eye. It's a good color scheme. It doesn't clash. It fits. It's very, very, very nice. All right, Magmar unfortunately doesn't really have any relevance in competitive play. I would maybe talk about Gen 1 competitive But I don't really have any experience with that, and plus I don't even know if Magmar is good in Gen 1. Maybe some of the notorious ones like Chansey or Snorlax I could put in there, talk about how prevalent they were like ever since they came out. But I don't think, Magmar. There's like no sets for it really. It's not a competitive Pokemon. That's for Magmortar. So we're gonna skip the Smogon section today. Okay. All right. It's time. If you haven't seen the new trailers for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus, I always have to take a second to think about what BDSP stands for. I'm not used to it yet. But if you haven't watched the trailers for them, I recommend going to watch them now, or maybe watch alongside, because I do sort of talk about them in the order that they are, discussed, because I take notes on the videos themselves. But we have some things. The Pokemon just like dropped these trailers out of absolutely nowhere with new information about the games, new content. It's nothing like crazy. It's no like huge lore points or anything like that. It's sort of just like, hey, here's some new stuff and here's some new Pokemon. But I'm not complaining. It's good news. We have a lot of things to say today. So I'm going to start with BDSP. They revealed a lot of things that, like, a good way of saying this is like things that people expected to come back plus more. Like, this sort of little trailer for BDSP was very focused, I think, on showing things that people kind of knew were coming back, but like they've added more to them. For example, we have Amity Square again, which good. I'm very happy about that. But you can take up to 6 Pokemon in there with you. And I know that sounds crazy, but we already know that we're getting following Pokemon in this game. So you can take your Pokemon into Amity Square. You can take 6 of them. They sort of just like travel around with you in like a line. It's really cute. And again, another big thing returning is they can help you make Poffins, which it's very similar, I think, to the camping or the curry making in Sword and Shield. Your Pokemon just sort of help you make Poffins, and I assume they give you boosts and stuff. But good to know that Poffins are coming back. The Poketch also returns. We learned this, and if your Pokemon have hidden moves in your party, the Poketch you can tap the Poketch and like just use them on the field. So it's kind of like, how you would go into your party or into your your party selection, and you would click on a Pokemon and it would sort of show its moves that you could use outside of battle, sort of like highlighted. It's like that. It's like a quick hotkey for your hidden moves, which, good, great, quality of life, always fantastic. Other than that, I don't know if I am just sort of paranoid or like what's the opposite of paranoid? Like I'm looking out for something that's like that might not be there, but it's good. The game looks better. Like, a lot of people are very critical of the art style. It might just be me getting used to the art style, but the game looks good. I noticed, sort of just in the trailer that like I didn't think it really looked all that bad from, the angles they were showing us, the new towns and stuff that they showed. Like they showed like Gardenia's new gym. She's got a new gym puzzle, and like it has like, the battles have like different like backgrounds for where you are. Like, oh my god, groundbreaking, I know, but like in the gyms and stuff too, it's not just like a blank room, or like a stadium. It's like a specifically tailored background for that gym, which of course, quality of life, it's the biggest part. But like just some general changes that I think are making the game look better, and always good for that kind of content to be added to a game, especially before it even comes out. Yeah, I mean, like, good. You know, the BDSP trailer is definitely the least interesting of the two, in my opinion. But, like, new things are coming back. Things that were old things are coming back. Things we sort of expected to come back. But there's, like, more. The Poketch has some new functionality. Poffins are sort of different. Amity Square, you can make Poffins in them. You can bring more Pokemon with you. It's good. We're getting slow but sure, you know, quality of life changes, and I'm great. I'm fine with that. I'm excited. It just makes me even more excited for the games. So I you know, so going off of what I just said, I want to sort of preface the discussion about Legends Arceus real quick, so I don't go on a tangent for too long. The comment about how the game looks better also applies to Legends Arceus, in my opinion. The game looks good. It looks better. You know, obviously, you know, people, again, they still have their gripes with the game. That's fine. That's understandable. I do too. But at least from this trailer, things look like they might be getting better. Again, I don't know if I'm, you know, cherry picking or, you know, looking at it through rose tinted glasses, but like, as far as I can tell, as sort of an outside viewer, it seems to be looking better as they show us the trailers. And that, I mean, you know, obviously it goes without saying that it's a good thing and that it should, that I'm excited about it. But like, it makes me so excited to see the final game and hoping that they're going to blow us out of the water with, you know, with the visuals, because that's like the biggest complaint that people are having. No complaint about gameplay, no complaint about concept. It's all visuals. So if they blow this game out of the water in terms of visuals on release, it's gonna be such a well-received game, and you know, I'm excited for that. Anyway, let's talk about some of the stuff that they actually added to the game. So there was a new trailer for Legends Arceus, as well as, you know, BDSP, and it showed us some new stuff. Nothing crazy, nothing groundbreaking, but like one new Pokemon, who I will talk about in just a second, and a bunch of new characters, and like some just like random quality of life changes. First of all, riding Pokemon, you play this little flute, which I will mention makes the same sound as the intro from Diamond Pearl Platinum. Very, very cute choice. It gave me chills when I first heard it. You know, it's like the sound is so recognizable, and I immediately was like, "Whew, man, that's a sound I haven't heard in a while." But you play this flute, and you can ride the new Pokemon, Basculegion, the deer that I cannot for the life of me remember his name right now. And while you're riding Pokemon, you can throw Pokeballs and catch Pokemon. So it's like, you know, not only you're not restricted to just rolling around on the ground throwing Pokeballs, but you can ride Pokemon. You can ride your Basculegion through the water and just whip Pokeballs at Pokemon on the land, and they can't do anything about it. The power that you have in this game is unlike no other in a Pokemon game. You can ride around on your sick fish and just whip Pokeballs at Pokemon. It's so good. I'm very excited for it. The movement in this game is going to be so good. Like, just throwing random Pokeballs at random Pokemon is never looked so fun. Something to mention, actually. I forgot about this until now. That it seems like, you know, obviously this is very, again, like the opposite of nitpicky, where it's like I'm picking at very, very small details, but not in a bad way. The trainers, the main trainers at least, you know, the main characters of the game, I forget their names, are voice acted. At least a little bit. It seems like they have. There's a motorcycle outside. It seems like they have, like, grunts, you know, and like, oh my god, wow, characters with grunts. No, but like, we've never had voice acted Pokemon protagonists before, even if it's just sounds, you know, like akin to Link in Breath of the Wild, where we actually have like dynamic voices for these characters. And I mean, like, what a game to do it for, you know, than than in this game, because like, it's open world, all that jazz. So good on them. I'm very excited to hear what they'll do. Maybe we'll get full voice acting. It's a pipe dream, but we already have some grunts, and like I heard like both the male and the female trainer making grunts when they throw a Pokeball, when they like hop onto a Pokemon, when they get hurt by like a bigger Pokemon. So it's good to know that we'll be getting some actual voices from our protagonists and not just silent kids getting hit around by Pokemon every day. And speaking of getting hit around by Pokemon every day, sort of the last thing to mention about the trailer for Legends Arceus. I mean, they weren't very long. They were like 3 minutes long each, so this is pretty much the rest of it. But they revealed some new characters. Mai, Iskan, I think that's how you pronounce their names, Lillieceon, and Arezu. And these characters are known as Wardens, according to the trailer. And the Wardens look after noble Pokemon, which are like huge boss fights that you have to conquer over your journey. And before we get into that, the Wardens are bearing some resemblance to some other characters in other Pokemon games. Mai and Iskan don't really, at least none that I could tell right away. They're just sort of cool, like well-designed characters. But Lillieceon is 100% an ancestor of Clay, the gym leader from Gen 5. And that, that's interesting. They're sort of bringing in some other character inspirations, some character backstories, maybe. Their ancestors are here. They're in history. They're who knows what they're doing and how they got to the point where they are today. Why is Clay a gym leader of Unova if his ancestor way in the past is like a warden for this like crazy powerful Pokemon in the past? Who knows? Maybe we'll learn. And then Arezu is, obviously none of these are confirmed. This is just speculation, but it's very, very probable with their design choices. Like Lillieceon has like a belt on his hat that looks identical to Clay's, and like he also just looks like Clay in general. So, pretty sure that one. And Arezu, this the cute red-haired girl, is very, very similar to Mars, the Team Galactic admin. So obviously, I'm sure there's going to be some connection there. We already have some characters that look like Cyrus and other similar looking characters. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of explanations. Even if there isn't any concrete explanations for them, we can sort of assume that it's just like they just grew up and wherever their family tree took them is where the character they resemble ended up. And I like that. I like that they're giving context to a lot of these characters. And, obviously the whole point of Legends Arceus is the history of everything. History of the, Sinnoh region, everything in the past. It's the whole point. But it's good that we're finally getting it, and I like that we're getting more specific than just that. We're actually getting, information about specific characters as opposed to just like the region in general. All right, let's finish this episode off with talk about the new Pokemon. The thing that we know right now that the Wardens are protecting or watching over, I suppose. Noble Pokemon is what they're called. And we know one of them right now, and including an epic boss fight, trailer for it. Like, trainer running around, throwing like dirt or whatever at it, and like, trying to get its health bar down, getting hit by it, grunting in pain, very intense for a Pokemon game, I might add. Kleavor. I have no idea how to pronounce this Pokemon's name. I assume it's just Kleavor, but it's spelt with an O. And it is an evolution of Scyther. So a new evolution of Scyther. A la, like, maybe not Galarian, but like, leveling up a Pokemon in a new region makes it evolve into a new Pokemon. And it looks awesome. It's got these like huge axe hands, and it's really, really cool. Such a cool Pokemon. Such a cool looking Pokemon, and I'm so excited to see what the noble Pokemon are gonna be. Like, I assume they're gonna be like gym leaders, quote unquote, boss fights. The wardens are gonna be sort of like training them or like watching over them, showing you the ropes, showing you what they are. And that's so cool. I'm so excited for that. Good, like, oh man. Like, best one they could have shown, I think, is Kleavor. Such a cool design. People are loving it. Such a cool concept. It just makes me so excited for this game. And every single time I talk about this game, I just get so excited about it. And I'm gonna spare you the details, or we're gonna end it right off right now. But yeah, I mean, great trailer. New stuff, new Pokemon, new characters, quality of life changes in BDSP. Things are looking up. We have so much new content coming our way, and 2 new games coming out so soon. But of course, before we can end it off today, we have to do everyone's favorite segment where we talk about a random move every single episode. The last possible number that I could have generated in my random number generation. Listen, I know that every number has an equal chance to appear, but the last possible number, and it's a little bit, I think, maybe a little anticlimactic because of what the way that the moves are sort of listed on Bulbapedia. It's a shadow move. It's Shadow Half, which is a move that I've never heard of in all my time playing Pokemon XD. It literally only known by 4 Pokemon. It's Arbok, Hitmonlee, Electabuzz, and Swellow. But it's a shadow move. It is the last move in the list, pretty much, of the ones that I generate. All right, let's check out this move. So, Shadow Half is one of several shadow moves available only in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Like other shadow moves, it is forgotten and replaced with another move once the Pokemon is purified. So it is shadow type, obviously. It does not have a PP, does not have a power, and it has an accuracy of 100%. Shadow Half halves the current HP of all Pokemon in battle, including the user, but cannot cause fainting. The user cannot take action on the next turn. So it's like Hyper Beam, but it cuts every single Pokemon's HP in half. That's insane. That's such a weird move. There's like no other move in the game. It cuts everyone. And, reminder that Pokemon XD is like pretty much solely double battles. So it just cuts like every single Pokemon on the field's HP in half, which is crazy. Interesting. There's so many interesting shadow moves that like I never saw as a kid because I just like I didn't pay attention or like I never got to that point, or I never really like saw them or paid attention. So interesting. Very, very cool. All right. Well, I think that is it for me for today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. You, of course, can follow the podcast on Twitter at Extreme Evocast if you're interested in knowing, updates on when the episodes come out, or, if the episode might be delayed or anything else, you can go ahead and follow there. You can also follow me on my main at Lillieceon. I post my art, I post streams, I post my YouTube videos, stuff like that. Everything I do other than this podcast, I post on my main. Haven't really had a lot of time to stream recently. School's been keeping me quite busy. So, nothing really interesting going on my Twitter account right now. But, if you want to support me, there you go. There it is. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.